Welcome to the party review. Hi, I'm Mr. Mike. Welcome. I am really excited about today's album. It is a Christmas album. The fact that I have not reacted to anything regarding Kelly Clarkson on my channel yet is quite astounding, to be honest. She's one of my favorite singers. Me watching reactions of people listening to Kelly Clarkson is the reason why I'm doing this channel to begin with. I was watching them and being like, why am I watching other people, typically boring people? People should be watching me. You don't have to watch me. This is a Christmas album. This is her first album since forever. I don't even remember the last time. What year? 2017, Meaning of Life. Amazing album. This is her second Christmas album. Her first Christmas album, Wrapped in Red, came out in 2013. Now, this is a bit of a follow-up for people who don't know about Kelly Clarkson. Her first Christmas album, Wrapped in Red, came out 5 days after she got married. It was a total love letter to her husband at the time. It's an amazing album. I've been listening to Kelly Clarkson for such a long time, and I've gone to see her live so many times, and she sounds so amazing live. She's one of the best singers by far in pop music. Whenever she released an album though, I felt that it was always overproduced. Her voice never really sounded like it did live. I never understood why they overproduced it. She didn't have a good relationship with her first record company. When she went to do her Christmas album, the record company kind of just said, go do your thing. And it was the first album of hers that I said, whoa, this actually sounds like Kelly Clarkson live. It might be my favorite album of Kelly's. Her Christmas album. I know, crazy. She has unfortunately gone through a very bad divorce in the past year or so. This album is a sequel to her Wrapped in Red. This is kind of, I think, her breakup album. So we'll see. My drink for today is my quintessential Christmas drink in my household. The Debbie Collins. I love Debbie Collins. She's a friend of mine. Hi, Debbie Collins, if you're watching this. Debbie Collins is one of the most talented and amazing human beings that you'll ever meet. If you're ever fortunate enough to meet Debbie Collins, you are a blessed person. She is spectacular. So this is a drink that she introduced me to. Now I think hers had coffee and I don't drink coffee. So mine is with hot chocolate, but it's hot chocolate with a shot of Canadian whiskey and a shot of Bailey's. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Merry Christmas Baby, it's called. The drama!
You let flowers say I love you. You send cards with empty promises. What I got you for Christmas is losing me. And you can keep your wandering hands in
It's right away into the angry, screw you. You can keep your wandering hands and your wandering eyes, which says a lot. Who knows? I have talked about this before, I think with the Olivia Rodrigo album, is that it was very much like a breakup album. And, it's so difficult because you automatically side with the artist that you're listening to, but there's a whole other side to it. I don't even care about that right now. I am totally just going to be on board. I'm not thinking about playing devil's advocate and that crap. I'm just on board right now with angsty breakup bitterness.
You wake up all alone and wonder why I'm not home, and I let my eyes to show you what I got you for Christmas. Hope it's not as cold as you.
Oh. Okay, Merry Christmas Baby. A nice, gentle opener to the album. The music was playing against the lyrics. It was very sweet. Very I'm relaxed. I'm okay with this. I'm going to have an amazing Christmas. I love the line, your Christmas is not as cold as you are. That is cold. The mix on this, her voice is so forward. And I'm all for that because she sounds amazing. But you can just tell, I don't know if it's just my speaker, but her voice just is on the forefront, and she's not hiding behind any instrumentals. It's pretty cool. And there's a couple times there that you could tell she's opened up, And it just reminded me, oh man, she's just her voice. Ugh, I can't. If you like belters, I love supported belters. I love a good supported belt. So like Kelly is the best in the business. Obviously, I'm going to take a little sip, but I think it might be too hot. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, okay. See, what's great about this is like the hot chocolate's the sweetness of it, right? Then you have the creaminess of the Baileys. It's just like coats your mouth. And then when it goes down and you have the heat of the hot chocolate in your mouth, you're like, oh, it's so warm. But then you get the warmth kick of the whiskey. You're like, oh, and your whole inside is just like burst with warmth. It's just a spectacular drink. Spectacular. Debbie Collins! Okay, the next song is a classic. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Do you like my decorations, by the way? Probably should have like nice garland up. I thought like do a nice Christmas or do a tacky Christmas. And come on, let's be honest. This channel is tacky as hell. So I thought I'll do tacky. Okay, here we go. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Candy canes and silver lanes aglow. Pair of hot blood boots and a pistol that shoots as the wish of Bonnie and Ben.
Okay, so far she has not like let up. She has been full voice the entire time. There's even a moment there. Oh, where is it?
Is the holly that will be on your...
And like the beat, anybody else would have mixed it. Anybody else would have like gone through her head voice. And holly that will be on your own. But no, she just went through it, opened it up, and vibrato. Oh, she's not backing down. I thought it was fun. Beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's like an opener to an album, but she put that first one in there to kind of set the tone of, okay, this is not going to be like a jolly, jolly, happy time. It's going to be a little dark. So this is kind of like, that was the teaser, and this is really the opener of Christmas. And it's just like in your face. Yes, Christmas is here. I love it. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Now, one thing I really loved about her first Christmas album, were the arrangements. One producer the entire time on her first Wrapped in Red was Greg Kurstin, who is like a huge producer. Just him and her like sat down in an album in a booth and recorded everything and arranged everything and produced everything. And something else I've noticed on this one, she has a lot more like backup singers, like a chorus behind her, other voices, and she didn't on the first one. She was kind of her own backup. I remember. It's been a while. Okay, so I looked it up, and she's producing pretty much this entire album with Jesse Shatkin, and I believe that's the name, right? Shatkin, yeah. And Jason Dalbert. Jesse Shatkin has been kind of her producer for the past little while. He did a lot of Meaning of Life album, and he's worked with a lot of people. So, I mean, he's my One Direction fans. He worked with One Direction. I think he produced the song Perfect, which I haven't actually heard yet because it's made in the AM. I haven't heard that album yet. And then Jason Dalbert is her music director. Has been like since the beginning. So she's keeping it, close in the family. But it's like going to be a very consistent sound, I think. So I'm interested to hear. Okay. Next song is called Christmas Isn't Canceled, Just You. Now, I have heard this song because it was her single that she released like, again, in September. It was still like 30 degrees Celsius in Toronto in September. I'm like, Christmas is not really happening. And yeah, I have my thoughts, but I'll hear it again and see how it goes. This is very much, a breakup song. Very much a screwed you song. Here we go.
Out in the cold, like when I dreamed in that bed. I wasn't the first and I won't be the last.
Hold up. I remember actually when I heard this, I remember thinking, wow, there's a lot of references to Wrapped in Red. Like a Winter Dream, I bet. That's a reference to Winter Dreams, in parentheses, Brandon's song. Brandon is her ex. So it was like for him. It's a really great song. It really is. It's one of my favorites. You Ruined All My Favorite Things. She did, These Are a Few of My Favorite Things. Christmas Won't Be So Blue. She did Blue Christmas on her first one. Yeah, and then later on she says, Underneath the Tree. Turns out I don't need a thing underneath my tree. Underneath the Tree was her big single off of Wrapped in Red, Underneath the Tree. So there's a lot of different references in this song that she's referencing from Wrapped in Red. And it's like biting. So Angry. Why am I so angry? Okay.
I'll be hanging every light I find in this house. Christmas isn't canceled, just you. Christmas isn't canceled. Christmas isn't canceled.
That's maybe the third time I've heard that song, and it has grown on me each time. Because the first time, I have this all the time with a lot of songs, especially Kelly's. I have such high expectations that I like pick apart things in the songs. First, I thought maybe like the choruses and the verses were a bit disjointed. No, I had a great time listening to that. It was great. It just sounds great. Okay. The next song is called Merry Christmas, in parentheses, to the one I used to know. And this was also an original song by Kelly. Okay, here we go.
I know that the past is all that's left of you and I. You aren't the one I'm missing. He left long ago to the one I used to know.
I like the line of, you aren't the one I'm missing. He left long ago. The person that I fell in love with, that's not you. That's a different person, and he left a long time ago. I like that. Okay.
But Christmas Eve, my gift to me is dancing with your ghost. Oh, the one I used to know.
That song, I love the lyrics. I love the message of that song. I'm going to have to listen to it a few more times, I think, to appreciate the production of it. I was imagining this is a perfect song for a Disney, like an animated. This is a breakout right before intermission. This song starts coming, and that's when like, everything gets resolved afterwards and stuff like that. But this is like the empowering lead actress sings this and whips her hair around in the snow. It's like Frozen 3. That's what I picture this song. It's very much that, or a Hallmark movie. There's no singing in a Hallmark movie. Maybe there are, maybe is. I guess like on Christmas albums, you're going to get that cheesy kind of production of it. But I think if I keep on listening to it, now that I know that's what it's going to sound like, I think on repeat listens, I might enjoy it. Also because she sounds so good on it. If I ever don't like a song of hers, I just go, okay, I'll listen to the vocals. I do that a lot. Even with like other artists like Adele and stuff. I didn't love her last song. It was good, but I mean, I didn't like die over it. So I just like listen to her voice. I can appreciate good vocalists. That's why I love vocalists, because even if you don't like the song, you can still appreciate their technique. Okay, I'm gonna skip, just because I do love the lyrics. I need some standards. Next song is called Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, and we all know that song. I actually really enjoyed this when I was a kid. We always had like, you get into the gymnasium and you sing Christmas songs and carols in elementary school. Do people else do that? Like everyone is assembly and you sit down and you put it all in the, on the projector and you all sing. I'm not sure if everyone did that, but my school did. And Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree was one of my more enjoyable ones I liked. Yeah.
Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some
Pumpkin pie. At Christmas? I thought pumpkin pie was more of a Halloween or Thanksgiving thing. Pumpkin pie. I'm not really a fan of pumpkin pie, to be honest. I can have like one slice a year and I'll be good. I don't like pumpkin spice things either, like, pumpkin spice latte, whatever, blah, 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 at Starbucks. I love my pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns. That's about it. I used to grow pumpkins when I was a kid. I had my own garden and I grew pumpkins and they took over everything because they need so much space. Just grew them for jack-o'-lanterns because I was obsessed with Halloween. Okay, continue, Michael.
You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear the singing. Let's be charming, deck the halls with boughs of
I appreciate when people change things up when it comes to like the production. You need to change it up like these like traditional songs. You can't do the same thing over and over and over and over again. With that being said, one of the things I do love about Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is that rocky vibe and like the energy to it. And so that kind of took that energy out and it gave a little bit more of like a swing kind of feel. So I appreciate the production. If I'm making a playlist, this one I would not choose her version. That's all. The next song is called Glow, and this is a duet. It features Chris Stapleton, so a country staple. I don't know any of his songs. I've heard of him, don't know them. Okay, here we go. Matt.
You're the only one I got my eyes on.
Ooh.
In my heart, in my bones, you're the secret I hold and you keep it. Nothing has changed, I still wish you could be. When it gets cold is when I notice the most.
Ooh, nice. Okay, that came out of nowhere. I did not expect that. I need to now listen to some Chris Stapleton to see if like he always has that like that raspiness to him. It's really interesting. I was not expecting that at all. This is maybe my favorite so far on the album. I think his voice really complemented where she took her voice. Da, 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 da. And she like totally opened up and she had that she was able to give that big belt rasp that she has, and it suited it so well with Chris. And he kind of, when you have a female and male singer, they anchor each other. Because the male singer, even though quite often like the male, if you look at notes wise, he's singing the top note, but it's like down an octave. So it's like grounding it. So the female singer's voice just can be bigger because it's grounded. I don't know if it makes any sense. I don't know, but I just love like when they do duets. Whenever she does a duet with somebody, maybe not her Wrapped in Red. Okay, her Wrapped in Red, she did a duet. She did Baby It's Cold Outside with Ronnie Dunn. And it might be, not only that song, I'm just like, not really a huge fan of that song to begin with, but they didn't do anything special with it. And Ronnie didn't bring anything to it. I didn't bring any character at all to the song. It wasn't really my favorite on that album. So this one was surprising. I was like, I was kind of expecting the same to be like, meh. But this was a fun song. One part of the song that I must say kind of let me down a bit. I was going to say like, this is by far my favorite song until the bridge came. The bridge was kind of a letdown. It kind of just like, it had this really cool vibe to it. And then the bridge came and it kind of just smoothed out and didn't really go anywhere. And then they got back into the main song again, and it was like, okay, yeah, the song picked up again. The bridge is a little bit of a letdown. But still, I think that might be my favorite song so far. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's going to be so cold by now.
You're as warm as a glass of brandy. On your love all the time.
Okay. All right, Chris Stapleton.
Look for love in all the same old places.
Okay. All right. I have to go and listen to some Chris Stapleton because, you know, I'm not a huge fan of like bro country. Yay, beer and just like, I don't know. But he was downright like Tennessee whiskey. Maybe it helps I'm drinking whiskey, but I mean, I love that song, but he's singing on it. I never really heard that song before. Like I know of it, but he's singing on that song. He sounds good. All right, I need to now listen to some Chris Stapleton. Oh man, good work. Okay, all right. Okay, next song is called Santa Baby, which we all know. Santa Baby. I think is that Madonna one that's like really the most popular. I think is Madonna. Bum 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 dum 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 dum.
Santa baby, now the space compatible to light blue. If you check off my Christmas list, but I'll be the I've been an angel all year, Santa baby, and I need tonight.
Okay. Okay. So, no. Okay, so earlier I had said I wasn't going to choose Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree version on my Christmas list, my playlist. But I am definitely going to be using her version of Santa Baby on my Christmas playlist. It was so different. It was not like everyone always plays it like the sweet, right? First of all, she had girls with her. And Santa, I want this, and my girlfriends are here, and they're helping me out, and they are wanting you here too. Boom, backup. I got backup. She was much more brassy. I like the bigger version, the bigger sound of that. You could hear her transitions. Again, all this entire album, they've really placed her vocals forward, and it's clear, and you understand everything she's saying. Oh, I loved it. I love that one so much. That was really, yeah. I don't normally love that song. I usually can skip that song. Yeah, not anymore. Santa, Can't You Hear Me? This is with Kelly Clarkson and Miss Ariana Grande. Now, I'm a fan of both of them very, very much. I love both their voices. They are very different voices. They're both coaches on The Voice. Automatically, I'm like, oh, I hope they do a duet together. I hope they do a duet. Because none of these big good girl singers and stuff ever want to duet with Kelly. So this might be like, oh, they might have a friendship. They do a duet. I kind of hope they like just go all out. They're good, big, huge singers. Now, Ariana Grande has a different voice than Kelly's. Kelly's is much more of a belty sing, full belt, whereas she has great control over her mix and her head voice and her whistle tones. Such a great, like, absolutely amazing. And she has that more of like a lighter sound to her voice. And Kelly kind of just like boom all the time. And she does have her head voice and stuff like that, but it's still like big head voice. I don't know why. Like Kelly just is like boom. And people, they sang together Respect on The Voice season premiere or something like that. And people always like commenting, comparing their voices, oh, who's better, all this stuff. Guys, it doesn't have to be better or worse and stuff. Everyone has different voices. They have different strengths, and they both are amazing vocalists. They really are. So I'm so looking forward to this. I'm listening to like see how their voices blend. Does Kelly pull back a bit? Does Ari like step it up and just like full on belt? Because we know she can belt. This is actually kind of appropriate. Their voices are similar to Wicked, Alphaba's voice, and Glinda's or Galinda. Christian Chenoweth voice and Adina Menzel voice. They're both amazing vocalists. See how different their voices are? And that's kind of like this pairing. Here you go. Okay, so far, I'm going to go back to the beginning, but I love how they're already switching up each line of the verse. It's not going to be like, Kelly's going to sing this, and then they'll sing a chorus, and then Ariana sings this. No, like, they are back and forth, which is going to make me even more excited to see them when they sing it live. I'm assuming, Kelly has a NBC special that she's singing this entire album, so I'm assuming Ariana Grande is going to be on it. I'm assuming they're also going to sing this probably on The Voice. And when you have it just back and forth, it's going to be more of a duet together. It's going to be great. Okay, I'm going back. Nice. Okay, I gotta stop it. There's a lot. There's a lot. What I appreciate so far is, first of all, when Ariana first comes in, she automatically does one of her runs. It's very Ariana Grande. Keep those That's a very Ariana Grande sound. Run, right? That's quintessential. So right away, you know it's her. Because sometimes, when it's just like this big sound, you're like, okay, who's singing what? Who's singing what? Now, they do have very different voices and you can hear them in it. And I love how the song composition actually is choosing to highlight both singers' strengths. You have a lot of like instances where it's a head voice. I'm losing my voice, by the way. And you have like the runs, and it's more of like the head voice, which is Ariana's like staple, and she sounds so good in it. But then they transition, and it transitions to a full belt, or you have like the and then Kelly comes in with this big sound, supported big sound in the back, and this song is so far allowing them both to shine in what they do best. I think it's so cool.
Can I do? Was nothing I got. Sorry, can't you hear me now? To you on how to make my own Christmas. Has it coming up in so blue?
Okay, that I don't know what to do. That was boom. That was like no breathers. Oh man. The only breather you get is the Ariana's part where she always goes, "'Cause all I ever wanted." That last, when they're just building and they're building. Oh man. Sorry, I got caught up in that again. Okay, they delivered. When it comes to, we're going to have a Kelly Clarkson and a Ariana Grande duet. What do you want out of it? Out of the two of the best female vocalists. They delivered with the big voices. Holy crap. They don't hold back. I can't wait to see that live. Yeah, it's just a big wall of sound. That is, I don't think, meant to be a sing-along. I think that's meant to be a sit down and just go, thank you for the gift of your voices. It's kind of insane. It would be interesting to hear like a stripped back, like an acoustic version of that. I'm totally drinking to it because you wish, you want, if you hope that it's going to be this big belty song, and it totally was. And it still like highlighted both of their qualities. And I liked how they brought, like at the very end there, they brought Ariana's voice forward. She had the melody still, and Kelly was just in the back singing, just belting. Just great. Just belting. It's like, what? What's happening? I don't even know what to say. Okay. Yeah. I could listen to that with my headphones, I think, to hear all of the different elements of it. This just proves, again, that she is at the peak of her voice right now. Like when she was hitting those notes back during Idol days, like after Idol days, and she was maybe hitting, more like A's and stuff, they didn't have the same quality, richness, and support. Now she just has this hefty support to her belts that are just healthier, and they sound fuller and rounder. They sound better. Her voice has never been better, which is so nice to see that someone who is almost 40 is actually in their prime vocally. And Ariana, goodness knows, she is like the queen of saying, okay, vocal health is important. We need vocal health. Sing properly. You don't want to lose your voice, ruin it. She's going to be the Celine Dion of her generation, singing well into the future. When she's 60 years old, she's still going to be singing Seven Rings in Vegas. These two are so technically sound in their singing. They're going to be singing for such a long time. I'm so happy. Okay. And wham! Next song is Last Christmas. Now, I heard a rumor that this was originally Last Easter, and then the studio was like, can you make it Christmas, George Michael or Wham? And they're like, okay. Last Easter, you gave me my heart, and the very next day, you gave it away. I don't know.
I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do I'm giving it to someone special.
I mean, I never really loved that song. This arrangement of it really helped. I loved the arrangement of this and the jazz style that it took on. My only thing I would say is you have to remember, like, when you're going to listen to this song, especially when you're choosing a jazz style, the listener's going to be having a laid back, probably by the campfire, by the fire, you know, chestnuts roasting, whatever. It's going to be quiet. You're there holding your loved ones or whatever. So when you're choosing that, I was hoping that maybe her vocal would have been maybe pulled back a bit. This is one that I would say, okay, you don't have to hit the big notes. I kind of just want to like curl up and sip my Debbie Collins, and I don't need a girl screaming at me. She still sounded great, but it just didn't fit the arrangement. Maybe when you're just recording it by itself, you're like, I want to hit these big notes and stuff. But then in the context of this album, you hit a lot, Kelly. We know you can sing, okay? You just, wait, was the last song was the one with Ariana? I think so. We know you can belt, all right? So this one, I'm kind of hoping, pull it back, especially because the arrangement was so pulled back. Next song is a song we all know, Jingle Bell Rock. So let's see how she's changed them up quite a bit, all of these traditional songs. So I'm interested to see how she does this one. Here we go.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock, to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Mix and mingle in a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell.
There's another one, it just goes for it. Maybe she's thinking, rarely do radio stations play entirety of a Christmas album. They always just pick one or two songs. So it's not like you're going to be getting 16 songs of Kelly, listening on the radio station probably, or on like a playlist on Spotify. So she's probably thinking, when one of my songs does come up, I'm showcasing what I'm doing. I'm just letting it go. I'm going to be known for just like belting. This is another one that, again, it didn't really do anything new for the song. I do like that song though. When she first came in, just listen how like precise she is on the note. And typically it's a great thing, but I just have a comment.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun.
She's so precise on her notes. It almost sounds forced. Like it almost sounds bum 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 bum. There's not a lot of character to her voice. I find it's big sound all the time, and she sounds freaking amazing. But I think the reason why I love that Chris Stapleton one was because she kind of gave some personality to her voice. Even though sometimes it was in the background, there was personality and character to it. This seems her voice seems somewhat cold. It really, on this one, because this song is so bum 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 bum, steppy and specific, her voice just sounded even more so. And then after she sang, her actual backup singers came in and they were singing, they had more legato, jazzy style to it. And it suited the whole theme a bit better. And then Kelly came back in and it was very much bum 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 bum. It sounds very wooden. It almost sounds too perfect, you know? Like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm like the biggest Kelly Clarkson fan in the world. So, like, you understand that I'm saying this with love. Next song is an original by Kelly. It's called Blessed.
Quiet all around, the only sound here in the silence are the snowflakes falling down. Nothing but big dreams filling my head
Nice.
that were hanging by a thread. Surrounded by the love I've been given. Don't wanna take a moment for granted. Be grateful for the life I've been living. Just so I remember that I'm blessed.
That's what I'm talking about at the very beginning. She's pulled back, she's mixing, she's getting to her head voice. It's more legato, and she's just like telling a story. And I really, really loved it. I'm kind of like, when I first heard that first verse, I was like, I hope it just stays like this. I hope it's just like this. Now, quickly, I figured out it's not going to stay like this. It's going to go huge. Maybe the biggest one on the album, which is saying a lot. But I'm hoping it's done well, because this potentially is a stunning song.
We are together, taking time for one another underneath the Christmas tree. Be grateful for the life I've been living. I'm learning to have faith in forgiveness. To remember I'm blessed, looking in the eyes of my children. Surrounded by the, I'm learning to have faith in forgiveness. Sometimes I lift my heart to the heavens.
If anybody ever questions the vocal ability of Kelly Clarkson, you play them that song. Like, it's just the transitions that she has, the range that she has, quality, the tone. It's all over the place, and yet it worked for me. It didn't actually go too big. I thought it was going to go like somewhere maybe different. It was quite contained. She had personality to her voice in that one. Reminded me of I Don't Think About You on The Meaning of Life. This is another vocal masterclass. A lot of artists do too many runs. This song, Kelly does a few runs. It just reminded me that she never does it, and she can afford to do more runs. She's not known for her runs, and the ones that she does do typically are very predictable. It's a part of her voice that she really doesn't showcase. And in this song, she has just a few runs, simple, just descending runs that just sound absolutely amazing. And it's like, you should do more runs if you're able to, Kelly. I have a beef with, I always call it the boy band ending. You. It's such a predictable ending all the time. I hate it when anybody ends a song with meant you. And this one, it did end that way, but it was so fast that I can maybe forgive it. Let's listen to it again.
And I'm blessed.
That I'm blessed. Drawing that out is that I'm blessed. It's such a predictable ending. I don't mind that one because it's really quick. But any other song that does that kills me. Just like go, that I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Oh. I totally love that song. One of my favorites. She sounded absolutely amazing. Vocal class. Who else can do that song? Who else can sing? You give that song to somebody. Who else can sing that? I don't know. The song is called Christmas Come Early. I know there is a different song called Christmas Come Early, but it's different lyrics. So I'm not really sure if this is an original song or someone else, but anyway.
Candles burning out at both ends. I can't hear the harmony or see the midnight clear. Just a little piece for my family. Christmas, won't you please come early?
Yeah. We needed that. We needed that. She sounded so good. She had character to her voice. Transitions were just seamless. It's a beautiful song. This one might be one of my favorite ones, and actually reminds me of one of my favorites on her Wrapped in Red album, which was also a little depressing. She did a cover of Imogen Heap's Just for Now, and did it as a Christmas song because it is about Christmas. Like, it's just like, it's a time of year. But she did it and it was just beautiful. And it was kind of depressing. This one is not maybe the most joyous Christmas song, but it speaks to a lot of people. It speaks to probably me, being alone all the time. Next song is called Under the Mistletoe, and this is featuring Brett Eldridge, another country singer. I don't know of him at all, so maybe I'll be surprised and have to listen to his albums now. That Chris Stapleton, that really surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, that was really great. Okay, Under the Mistletoe. Hello. That last one, Christmas Come Early, was apparently the end of the album, and it was a beautiful ending. Beautiful ending. But this is 3 bonus tracks. Here we go. Bonus tracks. Ooh, I like this.
Memories fill my heart and I've been dying to say, oh, how I love you, you're walking toward.
This song I've heard. I think this might have been a single last year. I heard it. And she sounds great. I like the song. Yeah.
Everything I tried to keep you from getting inside works until I see your face.
It's just you and I here under the mistletoe.
Yeah, I love that song last year. She totally wails on it. I'm gonna do a video on screamers and supported, and I'm gonna do video examples. I had one really good one of Whitney Houston where she takes a crap on stage. It's so good. Anyway, I won't get into that. Next song is called, next song. Hold up, everybody. Hold up. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Is this the Mariah one? No, I don't think so. I was going to say, that's one you just don't touch. I mean, I love Kelly, but you just don't touch that one. That's Mariah's. All I Want for Christmas Is You, the not Mariah version. Hold up. This was also released on a different year. So I must have heard this song too. Okay, yeah, all right, okay.
Take back the holly and mistletoe. Don't want a Christmas that's blue. Christmas is you. Santa can't bring me what I need. Is you.
First of all, the last song I didn't take a drink to. That one, I mean, it wasn't my favorite of her songs, but it picked up. And then that last part, it's so great. And that one, she actually really walked the line between the jazzy and then bring it into the big notes at the end, without it seeming out of place. So I like that. Next one is Christmas Eve. It's also a track that I know that she released before. So all the bonus tracks, obviously, Michael, are pre-released Christmas songs from other years. So now I know why they're bonus. I remember I liked Christmas Eve, I think. I wonder what year Christmas Eve came out. 2017. Whoa, 2017. Okay.
I'm here to save it. All of us one. Only a gift, only a tie, only for a good girl and boy. I'm singing stars. I waited all year, baby, just only for you and for me. A part of a magical scene. Ain't no party like Christmas Eve.
Party Review Channel. if you didn't like any of that song, doesn't matter. That like changed to a minor key at the very end there, both times. It's so awesome. It's another song that's just like boom, boom, boom in your face. But I really like that one. That's one of our better Christmas songs. Remember when it came out? It was like no, Underneath the Tree was her biggest like Christmas single from her first album, and then like this one was just a standalone. I'm thinking, okay, this is a hit. I don't think it did very well. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Waiting all year, baby, just to see those reindeer watch the music grow. Oh, and night. Okay, so these are my thoughts on when Christmas comes around. You can't help but compare it to Wrapped in Red. You know, when you put two Christmas albums out, which one do you like better? I think I might like Christmas Wrapped in Red better. Although there are some clunkers on that album, which I'm not a fan. This one, I don't think I had clunkers. If Last Christmas was pulled back and was sung more jazzy and not so belty, I think this would have been, it's like I would have no notes. Really. You know, Merry Christmas Baby was a great start, you know, set the tone. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Was just like in your face, but it's like, Christmas is coming, here I come. Christmas Hasn't Canceled Just You is a good, you know, a single, you know, and it's been growing on me. Merry Christmas to the One I Used to Know. I really enjoyed the lyrics to that one. The production was a little like Disney. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, rocking around the Christmas tree. Oh yeah, it was slowed down a bit. I know why she did it, but I wouldn't go back to it. Glow, loved it. Great, loved it. Santa Baby, yeah. Like, bring your friends. You tell Santa, you know, I'm not going to be like, ooh, I'm Mr. Santa Claus. No. Santa, I want my ring. Santa, can't you hear me? That was just like belting. Which is, you know, what it should be. Last Christmas, again, I love the jazziness of it, the arrangement, just the vocal track was being a little bit too much. Jingle Bell Rock, brought nothing special, but it was what it was. Blessed, what a vocal freaking masterclass, that song, right? Tell me about it. Christmas Come Early, really one of my favorites on the track. You just pulled it back, you sound great, so much character to your voice, texture, and you just like, the transitions on that, and like your head voice, just sounded great. And then there's the last three songs. You know, I really enjoyed those singles from other years. Here you go, guys. Merry Christmas. Merry effing Christmas. All right? We'll do like a Kelly Clarkson series with all her old albums. I'll like delve into it for my Kelly Clarkson fans. Let me know if you're a Kelly Clarkson fan and you are now new to my channel. Because if I get a lot of Kelly Clarkson followers, you know, that you want me to do the other albums and stuff, let me know because I'm more than happy to do them. But I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of like Kelly Clarkson fans who want me to do old albums, like talk about it, like, and also like her best performances and stuff like that. Please do it. Please tell me because I only need a little bit of encouragement and I'll do it. Okay. All right. Awesome. Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. Whatever. Happy whatever holidays. Whatever. Bye.